Blessings, and welcome back to another episode of Real Issues Change Mindsets, the podcast where we talk truth, explore perspectives, and grow in wisdom. I'm your host, Ryan Be Authentic, unleashing truth in every beat. Today, we're touching a topic that has been circulating through conversations all across the Bahamas. The idea of a pride parade becoming a national celebration, similar to Junkanoo Carnival. Before we begin, I want to make something very clear. This episode is not about attacking anyone, disrespecting anyone, or speaking against anyone's humanity. This is simply my perspective as a Bahamian, as an individual brought up in a Christian home, and as someone who respects the right of every person to live their life peacefully. The foundational identity of the Bahamas. The Bahamas has always been recognized historically and culturally as a Christian nation. Our customs, our ceremonies, our holidays, and even our national prayers reflect that foundation. Now, none of us are perfect. We fall short daily. But the base of our society is rooted in Christian values and traditional family structures. If the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do? Psalms 11 verses 3. Every nation has an identity. Some nations are secular. Some are built on history and tradition. Ours is built on faith, family, and cultural celebrations, like Junkanoo, that have been passed down through generations. My personal perspective on a national pride parade. Let me share my honest thoughts, spoken with love and respect. I personally don't feel that a pride parade should be placed on the same national stage as Junkanoo or Carnival here in the Bahamas. Not because people shouldn't be free to be themselves, not because people don't deserve respect, but because national celebrations represent the identity of the majority of the population. And the reality is, a pride parade would be a celebration for a select portion of the community. That's not a negative thing. It's just the truth about who the event would be designed for. Junkanoo is part of our heritage. Carnival attracts the whole country and tourists. But a pride parade celebrates a personal lifestyle and identity, which to me is something more suited for personal, private, or community-centered spaces. Why private celebrations can be more peaceful. I believe in this fully and respectfully. There is nothing wrong with people celebrating who they are or how they live. Everyone deserves joy, community, and a place to belong. But certain celebrations, especially those connected to lifestyle, identity, or personal expression, often work better in private settings. Here's why. Private spaces offer more comfort. You're surrounded by people who understand and support you. There's no pressure, no public backlash, no explanations required, no misunderstanding, no ridicule, no debate, and no drama. When you bring something personal into the national spotlight, especially in a small country, it becomes open to public opinion. People will talk, whether positively, negatively, or neutrally. And that's not fair to anyone because it invites tension into what could have been a peaceful celebration. But private celebrations, they stay peaceful. They stay intimate. They stay safe. And they stay uplifting. Just you living your life freely as everyone else lives theirs. Living like the Romans in Rome. We've always heard the saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Meaning, respect the culture of wherever you are, even if you don't fully agree with everything. And sometimes the environment you're in may not offer the full recognition or rights you're hoping for. Jesus himself experienced this. A prophet is not without honor, except in his own country, Matthew 13, verses 57. Sometimes, if you want more benefits, rights, or visibility, you may need to step outside your comfort zone, outside your city, or even outside your country to find a place where your lifestyle or beliefs align better with the culture. It doesn't mean you're not accepted as a person. It doesn't mean you're unloved. It simply means that different environments respond differently. Give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. We live in a real world with laws, governments, expectations, and cultural norms. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and unto God what is God's. Matthew 22 verses 21. That scripture reminds us of balance. You can live your truth, but you also have to understand the culture and values of the nation you're living in. And even as a Christian nation, we don't practice the walk perfectly, but the cultural identity still stands. Love does not require full agreement. One thing I want to make very clear: just because someone doesn't agree with your lifestyle doesn't mean they don't love you, respect you, or value you. We all have friends, family members, co-workers, neighbors, classmates, and loved ones who express themselves differently. Bahamians at our core love people. We laugh together, we work together, we support one another. Disagreement is not hate. Different beliefs don't equal discrimination. And choosing not to make something a national parade doesn't mean the people aren't supported as humans. Let peace remain peace. So in my personal opinion, and I share this from a place of love, life in the Bahamas works peacefully as it is. People already live freely. People already express themselves. People already gather in their own spaces and celebrate in ways that feel comfortable. We don't need to change our entire cultural identity to validate anyone. We can love people without agreeing with everything they do. We can show respect without forcing national change. And sometimes keeping things private protects peace, protects comfort, and protects unity. At the end of the day, we are all human, all valuable, and all deserving of love. Thank you for listening to episode 4 of Real Issues Change Mindsets. This conversation is not about judgment. It's about understanding, respect, and real dialogue. I'm your host, Rhymes Be Authentic, unleashing truth in every beat. Make sure to subscribe, share this episode, and join me next week as we continue to talk about the topics that shape our communities and challenge our minds. God bless and stay real.